guys. So I went to Oviedo, Madrid, and just to let you know, there might be a few awkward pauses with the 20 seconds, so just bear with me, okay? Yes. Okay, so this is in Chicago. When I got on the plane, this is the first time I've ever been on a plane by myself, and the girl next to me, she actually went with me, and we got lost as soon as we walked into the airport and had to figure out how we were in the completely different terminal. And those of you who have been to the Chicago airport knows how big it is, so we're like, had to take a train and a bus, and we're like, so this is in Madrid, and this is like the castle that the Queen, I think, of Asturias is. And so like there was a lot of there was like trumpet playing and everything. It was actually really cool, and it was really hot, and yeah. Okay, so this is like one of the food markets that they have in Madrid. So we stopped there for lunch, and you could honestly get anything from like octopuses or octopi, yes, all the way up to pizza. So this was like really cool. They had all these pastries and everything. So this was in Madrid when we did like a sightseeing tour. So this is 4th of July in Oviedo, and they change these numbers every single day at 6 a.m., so we saw them. And this is kind of like the first time we had American food in Spain. It was not the best, but it was cool. We found a restaurant that had burgers and sodas, so trying to show our American pride. So this is kind of where we stayed. This is Gascona, which is one of the largest streets in Oviedo. Oviedo is a really small town, and their national drink is called sidra. It tastes like kind of mixed between like lemon beer. It's a required taste. I didn't like it. But this is kind of like their tradition, kind of what their city does. And then this is the first time I was on the beach, and we spent the entire day there. This is Gijón, which is a 20-minute bus ride from Oviedo, and we went basically every day after class. And so the fact that my first time on the beach was in Spain was kind of cool. And so this is in San Sebastian. We took a 7-hour bus ride throughout the night, and we went to like one of the most beautiful beaches in Spain, and we went on a cruise while we were there with a whole bunch of people, mostly from Australia and Britain. And so this is kind of how we spent our first weekend, was there. And then after this we went on like a little bar kind of crawl. And then this is kind of the old city of Oviedo. So this is where their governing body kind of resides, and then there's a whole bunch of museums and tourist shops, and this is kind of where we spent most of our time. The cathedral was right in front of us, so like you don't see it, but this was one of the most beautiful places ever. So, okay, this is also another beach that we went to that we spent most of the day there. It was really exciting. There was a lot of people there. There was a lot of festivals going on, so it was La Semana Negra was going on during this, so it was really fun. And so this was one of our first nights here. This is like the Espicha, and it kind of showcased Oviedo as a culture. So there's a lot of folk dancing, a lot of sidra, a lot of different types of food when it came to like fish and meats and cheeses. I had a variety of different cheeses that I cannot name, but they were very good. So I tell you guys, when you're planning on going abroad, to try everything. This was on top of Oviedo. We hiked about 5 hours to the Jesus statue, which kind of looks over the entire city. And this was halfway there, so we still had like a long way to go. And it was very tiring, lost a lot of oxygen. It was cool. So this is on top of it. We tried to spell out love. Didn't really work, but we tried. It was also extremely windy and extremely cold up there, so we had a lot of jackets, and we took a lot of pictures. Actually, we were freezing in this picture. The sun do not fool you. So, and there's like a whole bunch of restaurants up there too. And then this is in Congo San Ynez, and right up here is a cathedral, and basically during the Spanish War, this is where one of the saints saw like Mary, the Virgin Mary, and like that's when the war kind of changed for them, and that's when they started winning. So they this is a really sacred place and everything, and we got to go up there and see it. And then this is one of the mountains that we went to go, and then they had a whole bunch of cows. One of the girls on our trip got hit by a cow. She's okay, so that's fine. And we spent the entire day there. It was also really cold here because we had to take a bus, and it took us like an hour to get to the top of the mountain. We did Tai Chi, And then in Leon, this is one of the cathedrals that we got to kind of tour. It was really, really cool. There were so many people there, and it kind of followed the kind of Jesus story throughout the cathedral and with the stainless steel glass and everything. So that was amazing. This is outside of the cathedral. There's not really much to say about it, but this was outside. And the weather is completely different from Oviedo, because Oviedo is really north, so it rained every morning. But in Leon, it was really, really hot, just like Madrid, because it was more in the center. So, and then we finally bought sweatshirts from the University of Oviedo. This is in one of their central parks. So we spent the day here kind of just learning how to skateboard. There was rock climbing. They had like a whole bunch of exercise equipment over here that we kind of just did like little videos on. So that was our day, one of our last days here. So it's kind of reminiscing. This is my host mother. Her name is Margarita, and she was really nice. She looked really scared in that picture. I don't know why, but she was a lawyer there, and they kind of all live in apartments, so it was really nice to just meet her. She cooked for me every single day. Her cooking was really good. And this was everybody that went on the trip with us. This is our professor, Mamadou. He teaches Spanish here at 3420, so if you guys have to take that class, he'll probably be your professor. This is graduation day when we got our little certificates of completion. And I think my last photo is up. And this is when we came back in Chicago. It was a wonderful experience, and this is the end. So yes. All right.